There we go.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bakersfield Gentleman with my brother Miguel here at Calibra's Lounge in Bakersfield, California. You guys, we do have a special guest for you today. Actually, two special guests, I believe. We are going to get into talking to them about this cigar that we are holding right here. This is the brand new pre-release El Pulpo from Artesano Del Tobacco, and we're going to have Billy and Gus on in just a minute to talk about on this cigar right here. So Robusto size that we got, a box press, all made from AJ Fernandez tobacco. And I don't want to give too much away until the guys are on. So we're gonna do a really quick little uh, intro for you guys, and then we'll pull them on. We'll start asking them some questions. You guys can ask them questions too, whatever you guys want to know about the cigar or about Viva La Vida cigars, whatever you guys want to know. Make sure you guys get your questions in so you can get them answered.
Absolutely. We'll be back with you after these 24 seconds with a lot of information. So stick with us. Do me a favor and share this if you can. Like it as well. And I'll see you right after this. And there we go. 24 seconds. I told you guys. 24 seconds indeed. Eduardo, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Let's see. Timothy, how you doing, brother? And anyone else who might be joining us right now. Dulce, let me know in the comments what you guys are up to on this great Monday. It was an excellent weekend full of a lot of wonderful memories and a wonderful firsts, of which was 3-1 and Zarka Cigar Lounge, two great places that we'll definitely have to get into more. If not today, Wednesday, we'll definitely talk more about that because fantastic stuff. The way lounges need to be done in California, I think, and just really great vibes. Really great vibes. Angel, Ira, how you guys doing? Everybody out there, again, do me a favor and please share this and get ready to talk about Artesano Del Tobacco. Obviously, the creators of the Viva La Vida, one of our favorite cigars out there. Really, it's been on market for a couple of years now, and it has not fallen off of the wayside of being one of the better cigars that have come out in quite a long time. It is a phenomenal stick. I am very excited to try their new offering here, as we have the pre-release of Pulpo to talk with you guys about today, and to have on Artesano del Tobacco to get any other questions that you might have. So I really, really hope you guys have some questions for him. I really hope you have some things you want to know in general. It doesn't have to be brand specific, but just cigar knowledge in general, because these guys are very good at what they do.
Correct.
You got yep. They sent us 2, or else I would have been fine sharing if we would have gotten like, I don't know, 30. Then I would have shared 1.
Yeah, no, they just sent us a couple to try out on the show. And then when I talked to them, say, hey guys, can we grab you on and pull you onto the show? I didn't want to smoke it because I want to make sure we had one available for when they came on.
Ooh,
so that's why right now, you guys, we do have these 2 right here. Again, it is a Robusto size. It is a box press cigar.
I believe we have some guests right now too. So are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready.
Alrighty. Let's bring them on. Bringing you guys on right now. There we are.
Hello, what's up, guys? Frankie and Miguel, how are you?
Great to see you again.
We're doing well. It's been too long since we've actually got a chance to see you guys.
Good afternoon. It's good to see you as well. Gus is here.
Fantastic.
How are you guys? Long time.
Very long time. Very, very long time. It's been at least a couple of years since we saw you guys in person at PCA. And at that time, we were just raving about how much we were enjoying the Viva La Vida. And now skip forward a couple of years, and we have this here in my hand, the El Pulpo, from you guys. Pre-release band. So the band will be more of the maroon color with the octopus on it.
That's correct. Yes, it's gonna have actually 2 bands on it. The El Pulpo band, and underneath it's gonna have another band that's gonna say San Andreas on it.
Oh, okay.
Very
Fantastic.
nice.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And you went with a box press on this one. Any particular reason for the box press?
Yes. Basically, when we selected the tobacco and the blend that we are working on, and we discussed this with the AJ and AJ team. We realized that the best shape, vitola and shape for the blend that we are working with is a box press. We tried it in a circular. It's nice. It's really good, but the flavors came tremendous with a box press.
Now that's interesting because some people out there they think okay, well, just it's just a different shape, not gonna really affect the way that it smokes. But you guys did indeed find that smoking it against a traditional shaped cigar, more rounded cigar, um, it gave you a different flavor profile. And the one that you guys preferred was actually out of a box press, so that's really really interesting. Um, Now, as far as what the cigar is made out of, what can you guys get into that?
The cigar, how are you guys? The cigar itself is a San Andreas Mexican wrapper, and that's exactly what you are getting from it. The beauty of it, the flavors, the strength, the sweetness, all the things that you're gonna realize when we start smoking with you guys. That is the San Andreas Mexican, which is 20,
10,
which is almost
10, 10,
10
10.
years old. 10 years old.
Wow, that's
Uh,
fantastic.
and it's like uh, one of the leaves that's very hard to even
Yes,
find now,
yes, it's extremely hard to find.
right?
We've been, we selected the tobacco back in 2016, and we were lucky to have it from day one. AJ was aging it from long time too, and the binder and the filler is all Nicaraguan from AJ. That he's been aging for a long time. The filler and binder is almost 8 years old, and the beauty about it, even though it's aged differently, uh, you will see how they come together as one. The way they burn, the way they taste, the flavor profile, it all makes sense when they burn together. And that's uh, the benefits of working with a guy like AJ, with the knowledge he has in this particular blending and
It's definitely
curing.
have to do with the structure as well. When you have someone like the AJ organization, when it comes to doing a certain shape or a certain, in this case, the box press. And it's a very important and good question. The reason why we decided to do that. Definitely, as you know, guys, you're connoisseurs and you cigar smokers, and you realize as well the way the smoke travels in each and every vitola, it does have a difference on the strength if it's a torpedo versus a robusto versus a Churchill, for example, or a Lonsdale. The strength goes up and down based on the gauge. Now, when it comes to a box press, it's very hard to find someone who will give you a box press and deliver the smoke in such a way. So that's exactly one of the things that we are so happy that we are doing this particular
Project.
project as a box press.
Love it.
Okay,
Love that.
so will there? I'm sure there's going to be other sizes. Did you guys find that the box press works well for those as well? So will the Churchill and the Toro be box press as well, or how is that going to work?
Correct.
That's
So
another good
that's a
question.
great question, Frankie. Basically, the first three sizes that we're bringing to the market is a Grand Toro, which is 56 by 6 by 5. Sorry, 56 by 5, the one that you're smoking right now. We're gonna bring also a Grand Toro, which is 56 by 6,
Ooh,
and a Balicoso, which is 58 by 575. It's
Okay.
a
now,
beautiful. Go ahead.
oh, I'm so sorry. I definitely want to make sure I ask. Now, with like the Viva La Vida, each size had a bit of different profile to them to allow for different unique experiences. Absolutely loved that idea. Is that something you're going to carry on to the El Pulpo?
Correct, Miguel. This is excellent. Again, question. Yes, whatever we bring, uh, something new from El Pulpo, like we're gonna bring a Culebra size, right? Which
Nice.
is three cigars together, and the size that we tested, and it came out really what we are looking for is 58 sorry 38 by 7, right, which is like a lancero but it's
Lancero, yeah.
twisted size. And we're gonna also, we're thinking about a lancero that we are working on and testing it and all these stuff. These projects, they come after, but the first basic sizes that we're bringing to the market are three sizes: is a Gran Robusto, Gran Toro, and Gran Bellicoso.
That
And
is excellent.
exactly, that is, yes, and exactly as you mentioned with Viva La Vida, how the blend is the same, but yet with each and every size you will realize and have a different flavor, even though it's the same tobacco. The same thing you're going to start to see in also El Pulpo with those different sizes. Now, granted, when you have someone like the AJ and his organization, they are very, very, very good in doing such. They don't have any additives. They don't do anything to enhance the flavor or the taste. It's the tobacco itself, but it's how you end up curing it or like maintain the different ways that they do to enhance the flavor even up or a little bit down. They have the ability to do that, and that is a blessing for us to have someone who's able to do it and cure it that way.
One
Yeah,
hundred percent.
that's something again I don't think a lot of people understand the intricacies of when you're blending a cigar. You know, simply grabbing this filler leaf, one extra of that instead of one extra of this can drastically change the flavor. Or you take an extra piece of Lajero and you put it more towards the center. You ramp up that section of that cigar and you're transitioning that third and making it a bit stronger.
Correct.
As far as this one goes, starting out for me personally, I don't know about you, Mike. Um, I got quite a bit of spice on the back of the palate. I got almost a roasted almond flavor, as well as a bouquet kind of floral note coming in. That was probably the predominant note for me.
True.
I can
Excellent.
agree with all
Thank you
that. I
for
think,
the
yeah,
info.
yeah, he's pretty good sometimes. He does a decent job once in a while. Those broken clocks being
No,
right twice a day and whatnot. No,
He's
it's
right. He's right, though.
absolutely phenomenal starting off. The burn line is perfect. The smoke output is excellent. I did a V cut. I don't know if I said that before, guys. Just because I felt like it, not because it doesn't bother me either way. I would have done a straight cut, no problem. But my goodness, the flavors you mentioned, I would say yes, you are spot on.
Hmm.
And then it's like oh my goodness, how do I put this? It's like when you have something that you love that's delicious already, and then someone makes it better. It's kind of in my head right now, so it's hard to
wow,
describe from that level to give it from the A to an A plus right now. Because my goodness,
wow,
It's a
that's
beautiful
delicious.
amazing.
description.
Now, I
And let
will
me tell
say,
you,
sorry guys, go ahead.
I mean, listen, waiting on this from 2016 and bringing it to the market, not yet, but the pre-release, and sharing it with you guys, Frank and Miguel, and so many other Club 500 members and retailers and magazines and everybody that we share it with. The feedback and the reviews so far, it's a blessing. It comes to show you that if you truly wait, good things will come your way, and this is one of them. I cannot wait for you to reach the middle of the cigar and the end of the cigar to see how it transition and give us your feedback to us and to your viewers about the Al Pulpo new blend.
Absolutely, and I,
Yeah,
I was gonna say, as you guys know, because you guys have watched the show several times, um, Viva La Vida,
yeah.
Jester, uh, Atabey in the Robusto, and Oliva Cervia Milanio in the Robusto have been my three favorite cigars, um, almost since the beginning. Because we're still new to the cigar game when it comes to the other reviewers. We're still pretty new. We're going to celebrate 5 years next month. That's still pretty
Congratulations.
pretty new. Um, but when we started off, this Cervia Milanio Robusto was my top. when you guys came along, that went right up there, 1 and 2, and depending on what day it was, one was two, and then the next day it could flip. And then when the Atabey came along, they've been my top two cigars since I don't know how long. And
Thank you, Frankie.
Thank
this
you
one
for your
actually gives
support.
me a very similar hand feel to the V Melania, which I'm a big fan of, as you guys know. I love that hand feel, and that's part of the experience. Um, is the way a cigar feels. I mean, you could have a cigar that just feels awkward in the hand and it takes away from the experience. So I'm really digging the box press on this one. I thought that was really good.
Excellent.
Great, great.
You know something. This is another story. We have few clients. They're Club 500 members. They hate a box press. They smoked the El Pulpo. Now they changed. They love box press, and so because of the Al Pulpo now, they changed their the Vitola that they always went and they smoked, and now they added a box press to their portfolio that to go and buy and enjoy, which is
They
great.
view it differently now. You
Yeah,
know, it's something that you really think deep about how you changing the minds and the hearts of a cigar smoker when it comes to a certain size. You know, the word hate, we don't mean it. It's a hate. It's something that you don't like to do. But now with this particular blend that we have that came out, people are really thinking twice now. You know what? Since I smoke this, maybe I'm gonna try other box pressed. So that's another thing that I like to see as well happening. Yes, so this box pressed for us, we are so happy. We are so proud of what we have, and I cannot wait for the time for the product to become available on the shelves of each and every cigar store, to thank them and to see how the clients are going to respond to this particular blend. Again, I meant to say congratulations for your 5 years, 5 years, and also thank you for the support, guys, for everything you did for Viva La Vida and what you're doing with us right now
and for the
at the moment.
industry,
Yeah,
and for the industry, guys.
Really
It's
appreciate
it's
that.
been our pleasure. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's just been a fun journey.
Well, there'll be
Um,
another 5 years of support for Viva La
no,
Vida.
absolutely.
As long as you keep rolling them,
Thank you,
I'm going to keep smoking them. And this is also
thank you, Miguel.
that lineup. So
Now, I did want to address one question that I saw in the comments. I did give a flavor profile. I did not give a strength profile, and this one for me kind of makes me want to scratch my head. You guys said that the wrapper had 10 years of age on it, and the filler and the binder have about 8.
Correct, correct.
See, I'm thinking because of that, um, you would have gotten maybe a bit milder of cigar. The tobacco had time to rest, it had time to age, so it might have mellowed out. But for me, this is already beginning to get to the full strength, which I dig. I really like that.
Correct.
you know,
Um,
San Andreas Mexican tobacco is always a fuller uh, uh, kind of a leaf that have like an oomph to it, and
With the
that's
sweetness.
yeah, and that's exactly what you get. And even though it's been aged for that long, you know what you're doing here, the impurities that you will have in a leaf will, with time, it will be cured, and yet the sweetness will rise to the top. And there is a way, and this is when a great job comes from someone like the AJ and his organization to the plate, where they know how to enhance it. They know exactly the time that's needed to be put away and when to pull it from their like vaults to start doing the magic. And this is the magic that we have right now today, and hopefully moving forward as well.
So basically, uh, agent takes anything from when you smoke a cigar, like a bite to your tongue, or it burns your mouth, or any of these stuff. But when you have a full flavor cigar, a full bodied cigar, aging is not what's gonna take it out. And you do a blend based on what the market is looking for. They wanted a full bodied cigar or they want a milder cigar, right? I could make a cigar that is Connecticut and but full body, right? And everybody think Connecticut is milder wrapper and all these stuff, right? But you can put Lejero and put so many other
Manipulate.
manipulate the inside of it that you make it more heavier, fuller bodied cigar. But when you age the tobacco, you are taking anything unpleasant from ammonia,
And that's
smell,
the
and
curing.
right, and all this, like something that burns your mouth and your tongue. The only way you get rid of them is with time, and that's why we say we cannot buy time, because it took long time to have this blend come to life. Uh, so inside it, you're gonna have a lot of condega, which has, it's a Nicaraguan region where we grow tobacco there, and it has such a sweet, like sweet like figs
Damn.
and pears and really delicious flavors.
But also
I
we
was gonna
have
say, sorry, not to
Yeah.
cut you off. I was gonna say, I did a retro and I got fig on the retro. I was gonna say it. I waited too long.
that is correct. As well. With El Pulpo. You, when you start smoking it, if you realize right now, I don't know if you like a half an inch or like an inch already into the cigar, but if you see the strength, it's like intense, but at the same time, the smoke on your palate is so clean. There is no aftertaste.
No
There is
bite.
no nicotine. There is no residue on your palate that you have to drink something to clean it. By itself, naturally, it's clean. And that tells you something. For a Mexican tobacco to be cured that way without leaving any residue, that is something. Because I could give you a name that go and get. It's called Tiamos. That is also Mexican. Smoke it and see the aftertaste. I'm not talking bad here, but it's the comparison. So
Hmm.
I'm so happy with this.
I
You can
mean,
tell.
there is so many brands that they have, San Andreas,
Yes.
so many great brands, right?
Hmm.
And all of them, they age it certain way, they cure it certain way. And with AJ, he's a, we can't talk enough about his knowledge about tobaccos and the way he cured tobacco. We went down to Nicaragua like a couple months ago, and we went to down to see Al Pulpo and other projects that we were working with. But we were what influenced us to do videos on his daily operation, the way his decisions making on if the wrapper is ready to be smoked or not, on a filler or a binder that is ready to be starting blending and working on. And we got so many people like seeing those videos and commenting on them privately and publicly. Like they loved it. They didn't know how much it took to produce a cigar. I
True.
mean, if you think about it, right? This Al Pulp right now in your hand, it took from 2016. So we are in 2022, right? And
Hmm.
it's still, we still need about 2 other extra months to bring it to the market. And it is final dressing and final project, right? So it took all this time to bring it to the market.
You
But
see,
but it also took from the time it was from seeds to when they planted and they collected the tobacco and they cure it, right? So
Hmm.
it's much more. But we started the project from 2016, and this is where we start adding the time this project.
but this is like a reflection on our like way of bringing product to the market. We are anal. People know this about us. We cannot let the product that we want to have on the shelves and the people to share and like smoke it to be a half-ass job. That is not allowed by us. We want everything to be perfect. There's nothing perfect, but close to being perfect. And you could tell from Viva La Vida. You could tell from Viva La Vida how long it takes. Now, the time is very important. People say, you know what, you could make a cigar in 6 months, in a year and a half. You could do anything. But the truth of the matter, I need and I want to bring something that when you have in your hand, you don't want to dump it. You want to make sure you want to smoke it. You're going to have a great time with it. And that's why with us, you need the product to be perfect to sit on the shelves. That's exactly why we're talking about the time here.
One
Now,
hundred
Yeah.
percent agree with
I
that.
will slightly disagree with you on one aspect you just touched on. You said nothing is perfect. Have you tried the Viva La Vida Jester?
Yeah.
That's a pretty
You
good
Just,
know
one.
what?
just saying.
I agree with you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I apologize for
Frankie,
that.
you're right. Frankie.
Now, I will say
Close.
I did catch that fig like you were talking about on the retro, which I thought was very nice. Oh,
No worries, guys. We're still here. I will fix that.
sorry about that. Can you hear us still?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're here.
Okay.
We're here.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
on camera
No,
glitches every once in a
yeah,
while.
no
So
problem.
you said it's going to take another 2 months for it to come to market. Um,
Correct.
okay, so we
Correct,
can start seeing these on the
Frankie.
shelves in a couple of months. And we did get a question on from Eduardo saying, "Is there any size that you haven't made yet that you would like to try to make?"
Well, we want to ask Eduardo what's his favorite size, and see if we made it, or we will decide to make it for him. What size is his favorite size?
Okay, Eduardo, they put it back in your court. And then Richard asked, "What spirit goes best with El Pulpo?" I will say, in my opinion, I can see people going one of two ways with it. Um, I'm enjoying the spice that I'm getting off of it. But if spice is not your thing, you may want to go with a rum drink that has that sweetness to it to kind of cut through that spice. Um, if you're like me and Miguel and you like the spice, I would go with the silver tequila because I like the bite and the zest you get from that. Plus, it's another product from Mexico. So San Andreas plus the tequila, I think they go well together. Um, if you don't like the bite of a silver tequila, you can always go with it reposado or
Rum.
anejo, which will be a bit sweeter as well. But for me, it
Mhm.
would definitely be a silver tequila and just sip on it.
That's a solid
My
call. Can do that.
my preferred is bourbon myself.
Hmm.
Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. I can see that going very well. I have a couple of different
Damn.
actual. When we talk about pairings, it's very difficult for me because there's something from almost any spirit line that you can think of that I enjoy. Like he doesn't drink vodka almost ever, but I can sip a chilled vodka no problem. A gin on its own, uh, Japanese, Scottish, any kind of whiskey, they're all wonderful in my opinion. So when we talk
Yes.
about that, it's very difficult to pick like which one because it depends on the moment too. It's like,
And the
well,
person.
and the person.
That's
So
correct.
today is tequila day, or tomorrow might be time for gin. I don't know if I'd go gin with this in particular. I think that might be for a
No,
different day,
I don't
but
see gin or vodka going with this.
you don't see vodka going with anything.
No, vodka's
So,
garbage. I'm sorry.
oh my goodness.
That's always good to try, and then you will see how your palate adjusts to it, and then you decide if you like it. That's fine. Then you add it to your fault, and if not, then you don't lose any.
Exactly. Just like when people didn't want to try the box press, because I feel like you're limiting yourself when you decide to, I don't want to go with those Vitolas. Try them out once in a while, and I think you're going to be very happy. You're going to see that
I
difference.
agree.
And
I
I
agree.
will
Correct.
touch on the other point that you guys made about um, there being no aftertaste. Um, the smoke in itself, the output is absolutely phenomenal, which I love. And again, I will let people know just because it's a good smoke output doesn't mean it's a good or a bad cigar. It's just when I'm smoking a cigar, I want to know I'm smoking something. I want to see that smoke output. The Ashes was holding on well. I guess I knocked it off on myself. Uh, Draw is absolutely phenomenal. I went with the straight cut today. I think Mike, you went with the V.
I did. Yes.
Uh, how was the draw from the V?
Oh, it's perfect. The burn line is excellent. I knocked the ash off myself just because I didn't want to do what you did right
Yeah,
now. I apologize. I'm so sorry
it
for you, but
happens.
a perfect solid inch and a half, almost 2 inch chunk all together. It's still in a full piece inside of the ashtray right here. Construction is outstanding.
Hmm. Hmm.
Outstanding.
And as I get towards the center of the cigar, getting into the second third, I will say the spice has died down a bit. Um, I'm not mad about that. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like spice, and you get that a lot with Nicaraguan cigars, that really good spice.
Hmm.
Um, so just keep that in mind, guys. If spice is or isn't your thing, it kind of does die down as you get to that second third.
You are correct, Frankie and Miguel. Um, we wanted a cigar that's totally different than Viva La Vida blend. We want it a little bit heavier, and we want it also to be more complex in its own way, by adding different tobaccos and from different regions of Nicaragua and Mexico, from San Andreas. And we want it full body, we want it sweet, and I will leave the rest to you guys to tell me your feedback on the flavors that you are getting from it. And that's what we care about, is your opinion, your feedback. You like it, you hate it, what do you like about it, what do you hate about it. And this is honestly, like, we shared with our Club 500 uh, close to 900 cigars, and 100% so far, guys, from everybody who smoked them, is all positive. Not even one came out saying anything negative about it, even though we want the truth and they know that, and there is no hidden agenda between him and us, and or her and us. It's all privately done. They all say what the taste is. They all said the way it burned, the construction, the flavors, and and honestly, everybody coming hitting the same notes. It's full body to medium to the sweetness, and they tasted totally similar stuff, from figs to almonds to, but now you reach the midpoint on, again, new stuff will come out, and we would love to hear it.
Now,
Oh,
I will
100%.
give you the only negative thing I do have about it. And sorry, this is going to be the first negative thing you guys are hearing. Is I got to wait 2 months to get another one.
I was about to say, I think I can't give a full opinion unless you guys want to send, maybe, I don't know, maybe a box of them right away, and then I'll smoke half the way through. I'll
You
get
know
the
what? I
entire
agree
box
with you.
done.
I agree with you. You need two boxes, not one. And definitely from our hearts to you guys, we will do that for sure.
I, oh, I appreciate that.
I
And then
will say, as far as the transitions go, though, I am getting, and Mike, let me know if you're getting this also, um, a really rich espresso with cocoa, not like chocolatey Nesquik, but actual like bitter dark chocolate.
like a proper mocha, then.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that. I definitely
Very
will.
good. Very good. By the way, Peter just asked a great question.
Hmm.
Peter asked, are the cigars already rolled for release, or are they going to make any adjustments before rolling final production? So, Peter, it's a great question. Thank you for bringing this point, and it's a great point. The tobacco has been aged for a long time. Anytime, they are not rolled yet. They are not rolled yet. They are waiting from us to tell them that all our Club 500 and the retailers, they gave us the okay. Then they're gonna roll them, and after they roll them, it takes a month and a half for them to age in the humidor, and then they ship. So we have literally 2 more weeks to give them the okay, or they need more work. 2 more weeks. So it's a great question, because the tobacco, wrapper, binder, filler, it's aged for a long time. You roll them, you put them on the mold, and you keep them for a month and a half in the humidor, and then you are ready to ship, and they're ready to be smoked. It's totally different operation than other cigar companies, where they roll the cigar and then they age it for years. Here we age every single component of the cigar separately, and then once we think they are ready, we put them together and we let them, those components, marry for a month and a half before we release it to the market. So it's a
Nice.
great question. Thank you so much. So
And to
AJ and the
piggyback,
whole team is waiting in 2 weeks for
Yes.
us to tell them, yes, we approve them. Everybody who smoked them approved them, and we want the cigars in United States.
and to
That's the
kind of
dream.
piggyback off of his question there, if you guys can touch on this, how many iterations of El Pulpo did it take for you guys to be happy with this one? for it to be the one that you guys sent out for everybody to try?
In the beginning, it was AJ telling us, "I tried, it's not good," and then AJ wasn't sure, so he sent samples. We try, we say, it's not what we are looking for yet. Maybe it's still need. It's like I agree, right? Then we go down, and he goes, to me, it's 50-50. Let's see. What do you think? So we sit and we smoke, and it's like, you're right. So it took how many times?
Look, you hit on a right note here. The relationship, business relationship with them is like at its best. And, they are like us in this way. We need something great to come to the market. And that's why we go back and forth. There was times we got like the blends 3-4 times sent to the States to try them. And on the phone with them on the Zoom, and they agreed it's not ready. It's not. So this is when we went to Nicaragua, and this is when we sat there. We were there for literally 2 days, 2.5 days, and we were like doing it so intense. Morning, lunch, dinner, all those things, different times, different food, different like libations, and then at the end we said, you know what? I think we
We
hit
need to
gold,
share it
but we have to go back and
and
we
share
have
it.
to do the sharing with the clients, with the customers there, and the feedback is very important. But again, so far, it's almost 99% to us is ready. You guys right now, you're giving us the almost the okay. I believe so. I hope that this is going to be good.
Yes.
And once the texts go there, it is a moving spear toward like going into the States and having on the shelves.
No, honestly, like the minute we receive the the pre-release, we send them overnight to close to all the Club 500 members and retailers and everybody, right? And uh,
The feedback.
some they received the next day, some they received in 3 days, 2 days, whatever, right? So everybody started smoking them. Some they post, some they put their review, some they send privately messages and emails, uh, smoking it, and the we wait for them to tell us we like it, it is ready for the market, right? And it come to show that we trust this, you guys, we trust you. We made this cigar for you. When we went down to AJ, we told him what the market is looking for, what our clients are looking for, what the club, the 500 club is looking for, the retailers what they're looking for, right? So we made it for you guys, and we want your opinion about it before anybody else.
And I like the way that you put that about when you guys went down to Nicaragua, because I thought that was a very important thing to touch on, was that you guys smoked it at different times of the day,
Yeah.
because that can really affect how you enjoy a cigar. Maybe it's not a morning cigar for most people. Maybe it's an afternoon cigar. Maybe it's an evening cigar at the end of the day. So you guys trying it out those different times to see how it hits you, how it hit your palate, how it hit your flavor wheel. I think that's really important to say. Um, and secondly, uh, I know you guys did Viva La Vida with AJ, and now you're doing this one with AJ. How how hard is it to tell someone like AJ Fernandez, no, that's not what I want. Give me something else.
Well, it doesn't. It's not like that. It's not like I don't like it. Give me, this is, it's a it. You have to trust him. He has to trust you. So if I come to him and I tell him what I want, I know 100% he's gonna deliver what I'm looking for, right?
Hmm.
And if he comes to me and he tells me this is good, I have to trust him that this is good. But we have to check based on what we are looking for if this is what the clients are looking for, right? So there is certain times when we try it and he tell us in advance, I'm not sure, I'm liking it, but I'm not 100%, right? So we smoke it, and then we say, you're right, it's not ready yet. He gives you an opening for your negative to come out. He gave you the opportunity already, right? He's
Okay.
not telling you, here, this is the cigar, either like it or
Get out.
go
Yeah.
get out. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing that,
You
right?
know, let me add something here. You know, in business, guys, you know, there's always a mutual interest between two parties. In this case, us and the AJ organization. Remember, his reputation is everything. His name is on the product. So
Yeah.
it's in his own interest as well to make sure that the product is very, very good. He knows about us, how anal we are, and he is the same. And you could look at all those like videos that we did, how he do his own things. Like he have like there is a video that we have like posted on Instagram where he was rolling certain like
Rapper.
wrappers and trying to smoke it, and that's his own thing. It's been there for years, but he knows it's great, but it's not ready, so he shoved it away. He's not the kind of person that he was going to put cigars on the market just to collect cash. It's all about the name and the trust, and that's the mutual relation that we have in this particular thing. So to answer your question, uh, uh, you know, he tells you this is the cigar, take it and go. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Now I don't know about other companies. I have no idea, and I don't think it is that way because it's their name, so they need some great product. So we have great time working with them, working with AJ because he understands us very well. He's the same.
Makes
Peter
perfect.
had another good question. If we decided to do any changes to Al Pulpo, Peter, thank you again for this great question. Based on the information we're getting from everybody, the feedback, we did not make any decision to change anything with Al Pulpo blend, shape, or size any yet, because all the feedback that we got so far was A plus,
High marks.
and I was blown away that all these different individual palettes agreed with what we put together as a blend for the market, and it's so hard to do, honestly. And we're not joking here. Not even one uh, bad negative review or message came to us regarding Al Pulpo pre-release yet. So if there was, different, let's say the shape or flavor or whatever, then we go back to the drawing table and we start again, working on size or aging or whatever the point is. We bring it and we will nail it 100%. Thank you again.
That's just a excellent attention to detail right there. And I will ask again, how I touched on earlier about you guys smoking at different times of day. Was there an in particular time of day when you guys were smoking it that you really enjoyed it?
Oh,
Definitely, there is always. Now, like if you wake up in the morning, let's say 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you smoking it with some espresso, the intensity. Remember, your palate is still fresh. There is nothing for almost 12 hours in your system, or let's say 8 hours. Then you go to the lunchtime where you already have something, and you start like eating. You ate your breakfast, now you eat your dinner, your lunch, and you have some like barbecue. You have some lot of things and spices in the food, right? Definitely here the flavor is going to be also a little bit different. Now the core is the same, but you start like getting different tones and notes on your palate. More sweetness now because your palate is not as fresh as 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning. Now you have it's ripe. Your tasting buds are out. So every time you take a puff, you could read, you could taste, you could feel like the sweet caramel. You could taste the spices and also the tones from the espresso. And then you go to the dinner, it's the same thing. Now your palate in the morning is the strongest and it starts to go slower by the time you reach like the late hours, especially if you're having some bourbons, if you're drinking some beers, whatnot, it will change. But the core itself is there, which is the spice, which is the strength, and it starts to mellows. That's how it is. It's totally different.
Guys, Edward asked, I think Edward, because the question I cannot see anymore.
Oh, sorry.
He's asking about size. I think he said perfecto. If we did any perfecto before, and
Yes.
if we will, and that's his favorite size, right? We
Hmm.
never did a perfecto before, but we did a something similar to a perfecto, but it was a Solomon shape. But we will do a perfecto for Al Pulpo, and it's going to be in the future, not now. And it's a great size for Al Pulpo. I think it's going to be really delicious between the blend profile of Al Pulpo and a perfecto shape. What we did with Al Pulpo right now, we have a bellicoso shape that is open from one end, but it's a box press, and I think a perfecto will be perfect shape for Al Pulpo.
It would be
So
a great
Edward,
addition.
maybe in the future we will work on a perfecto. Thank you for your suggestion.
And as you said, yeah, more are coming, more sizes like the culebra. Um, and
Collab.
you said there's three in there as a
Correct.
traditional one goes. Now for the El Pulpo though, I think we should step it up and go eight. Wrap eight together. Let's see how it goes. I know it's crazy, it's insane, but if you ever
That's
do that,
insane.
you know I'm gonna get a hold of one of those for sure. I think that'd be, it's crazy. I know it's yeah, idea that shouldn't even be brought up, but it just seems in my mind it seems to be right there,
And
just right there.
to touch on
Everything
that,
is doable.
Guys,
touch
I'm gonna
on
give you
that.
the name. I'm gonna give you the name of the Culebra. Okay, it's gonna be an individual box with three cigars inside, and on it it's gonna be called Acto Ucho. Acto Ucho. So that's the name of the Culebra of Al Pulpo. You're gonna see it on the box.
Very nice.
And how did you guys land on the name?
It's a great question, Frankie. Al Pulpo, as everybody knows, it's the octopus, right? Octopus is a smart creature. No matter where you put him, he could fit in different shapes. It could be a square shape. That octopus becomes a square. If he put him in a triangular shape, that octopus becomes that triangle. So we wanted the blend to be fit people palate, and that's where the idea of the octopus came from. And also we wanted the
Like octopus as well is it's a creature that goes into a prey, grab onto that prey, and when it's time to eat, he will make sure he will suck the life out of that whatever it's
so we want the
food, whatever.
customer
So this is exactly what happened. He takes everything out and then he spits it. Now in this case,
we want the customer to
we
be the octopus.
we
Hmm.
as cigar smokers, when we grabbed El Pulpo, we became as the octopus who is sucking on that cigar. You don't want to leave it because it's so enjoyable.
It
You
worked with your palate. It's
so
worked.
you keep smoking it all the way down to the nub, and that's exactly what we're trying to find. And this is it so far. I'm happy with the results, and I think it's going to work out. Now you have the cigar. Have you ever liked that cigar? Again, you have the flame on it from the beginning, and it's burning perfectly. Correct? The
Hmm.
structure of
Exactly.
it,
No
the
relights, no
amount of
retouches.
smoke, exactly. And you see also
the
the
amount
level.
the amount of smoke coming out, the flavor, it's increasing, and
But
it's
also, you look at the wrapper, the filler, the binder when they burn, and when the ash falls, you look at them. It's equal. There is no like depth going inside, and then
no tunnels.
there's nothing in it.
Yeah,
That also tells you that the structure of that cigar
and it's
is
been
done
aged.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put this out there. If you guys want to really enjoy it, you guys get yourself a tequila, like I mentioned, and you get yourself some ceviche right there because they make it with octopus.
Now you're
Oh,
talking. Now you're talking. You're
yeah,
talking.
or
You
grilled
go.
octopus.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
oh
go.
man. And Jeff, yeah, a little late to the party. Don't worry, but yes, as of now, it's about a 2 months out. Yes, for release.
Correct,
Mhm.
Two
correct.
months out. Yeah, I want to make sure Jeff knows that. And as far as shipments go, we did get one in particular. I think Richard asked if it's going to Texas. There's going to be some places he can find it out there.
Well, Al Pulpo, it's going to be sold on the net. It's going to be sold on the websites. It's going to be sold on a brick and mortar stores. Sorry. it's not like Viva la Vida where it was only for brick and mortar. So with Al Pulpo, it's gonna be sold all over,
Available
available on in the internet, on Famous and Atlantic and Cigars Direct and
everywhere.
everywhere, CI, and so people will have easier access to it to grab it. It-
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do we have any more questions on there, Mike? I don't want to
I
miss anybody's.
I do actually. I have one here because we were talking about the time it takes to get something this close to perfection. Like we always, it's as close as you possibly can get, and I'm glad that you're not making any changes. I love hearing that because I am looking forward to more of this right here in my hand. But when you have the cigar industry, we're not exactly patient people. They're like, oh God, we want it now. We want it released. How difficult is it to have to tell people like it's coming? Don't worry. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it, but you gotta be patient with us. How many times have you been asked like, so you're gonna release it now? Is it coming? Is it coming now?
we
Another great question as well.
I mean, honestly, guys, from 2019 when we met you and you knew about El Pulpo from that time,
Hmm.
and now we are in 2022, right? And you almost forgot about it. It's like, maybe it's not coming, maybe it's coming, right? A lot of people, man, they really kept asking and about it. It didn't bother us. It show you that they are waiting to see what we're gonna bring after Viva,
Hmm.
and it come to show that they care. It come to show that they can't wait to see what we are working on with El Pulpo, right? So we took it as as positive as we can. And being in this industry, again, you don't own your factory, you don't own your farm, right? You have AJ as part of your company, and he is, you trust in him on producing something that you will keep your head up high from the quality and of the blend that we are bringing for you guys to try. So we took it positive.
Exactly. And to comment on that thing, how hard it is, let me tell you, my friend, it's very hard. Now, am I impatient myself? No. But also, I like to see the product
To be
right
perfect.
there and then. One of the things that prevent us from doing that and just like roll and put on the shelves is being perfect. It's very hard to be imperfect, but we try our best. It is very hard. It's not easy. Yes, I would love to see. Talking about this, just to let you know, there is other things. There's other things in the pipeline, and we're not going to talk about it now again because it's going to take time. But always expect from Artesanos del Tobacco always something new. But we try our best to keep it as good, if not even better, than Viva and now El Pulpo, and then whatever the name next time it's going to be. And that's going to be great, guys. I promise you.
That's perfect.
So
Yeah.
as I'm getting into this final third here, guys, just a heads up as far as the flavor profile goes. I'm still getting that espresso with that cocoa in it, but I did get a very noticeable change into some white pepper and almost uh, uh, grassy hay note in there as well.
Mhm.
Very interesting.
Excellent,
You will
excellent.
definitely not going to get rid of the pepper, and that's why you start to get the white pepper there. It is all the way through. But again,
There is sweet pepper.
I insist on the cleansiness of the smoke on the palate. You will never have any kind of residue. Even if you reach to the knob itself, you don't want to leave that cigar. Now you became the octopus, and the cigar is the prey that you have in your hand.
Uh,
That was our idea, and guys, I think we won. We have to win a trophy for this.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you for spending your time with us.
yeah, we
And we
appreciate it.
will work on a perfecto for you, 100%.
Nice, very nice. And you're absolutely right. This has been a winner through and through. And the cleanliness, the clean, the burn, that's perfect. I can feel it right there. That's not leaving anything behind.
And like you said, it's not making you want to reach for a drink to cleanse your palate afterwards.
No,
You know, you
no.
can smoke this without having to drink anything. If you want, obviously, you know, you can. but it's not necessary. Or some cigars, you kind of want, a soda or something with some sugar in it, or just something to complement it. This, you do not need that. You
True.
can smoke this from start to finish and not need that, which is fantastic.
And
Results are great.
something, guys, to add to what you're saying, not because Al Pulpo is our brand, it is one. It's the only blend that I feel, and so many other people who tried it. Uh, I do not. I want to smoke back to back Al Pulpo, and it's the only brand that I ever tried that I wanted to smoke it. Once I finish the cigar in my hand, I want to go and light another one.
Very
To that
nice.
level, I think how clean it is, how complex, how much it worked with my palate, and hopefully it's the same with people who are trying the pre-release.
Now, I will say, I've had several sizes of Viva La Vida, and I've smoked that pretty much for an entire day. I've gone through different sizes, so
Oh yeah,
uh, you could definitely do it with the Viva La Vida too.
it's true. Very
Excellent,
true.
That's great.
excellent.
That is great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now that's bringing us close to the end of our show. There's a couple things I want to make sure we touch it in the comments real quick. Richard, there will be multiple places to purchase it online, and we'll have all that for you as soon as the release is out. We will make sure to get back on the horn and tell you exactly where, as they mentioned a few before, but we will definitely um, keep you guys posted on that. And it will be at brick and mortars as well. Support your local brick and mortars. But
As
if
much
there
as you
isn't
can.
one, yeah, if there's one that's not close to you, go ahead and hop online. There will be plenty of places to get El Pulpo. Those tentacles will reach you. Okay, they're gonna get a hold of you too. So
I
it's
love
gonna
it,
happen.
Well
Miguel.
said. Well said.
And then Jeff as well. I think he joined us a little late as far as the body and the strength go. It started off full bodied. Um, so just beware, because I know some people, they don't care for a full body to start off with, but it starts off full bodied and it keeps up the strength throughout the entire cigar. As far as the flavor profile goes, we got some amazing transitions from first to second to final third. So it's not one of those cigars that's just going to be monotone throughout. You are going to get complexity that works really well together, and that will transition on you.
And Jeff, you missed this a while ago. To go into construction, but right now I had to tap several times. I thought my ash was gonna fall off. No, I could have held it on for another half an inch easily. And I actually had to get up. Our camera had a little issue. I set my cigar down while I was doing that. Absolutely no relights, no retouches the entire time. I lit with one match. The ones I stole from PCA. They need to send me some more. I will steal some more anytime they want. Um, but absolutely nothing to say but positive as far as construction as well as the flavors. It's
Hmm.
been 100% positive the entire experience, and it is a full experience, guys. So you're gonna want that, and I cannot wait to see everybody have one in hand.
Definitely.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
We are.
Yeah.
Go
Before
ahead.
we let you guys go, if there's anything else you'd like to let everybody else know, we'd love to hear it.
Well, we cannot wait for. Hello. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We can. We cannot wait for everybody to have Al Pulpo in their hands, to experience uh, this blend that we've been working on from 2016. It's a blend that we feel so proud of. And if all the feedback that we get from everybody who smoked the pre-release, if it is stay the same positive, we're gonna go ahead very soon with AJ and give him the okay to start rolling them. And hopefully in 2 months, the cigars will be in the States. Um, I wish they are here now, guys, and you and everybody who's watching this with us live or smoking the final product of El Pulpo.
That's great, guys. Listen, guys, I do thank you for having us here. I had great time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you've been doing back to back with Viva La Vida and now with El Pulpo. Would love to meet you in person. Hopefully things are getting better, and that would be very soon. Again, congratulations on your 5 years and for your support from New York. I do wish you nothing but the best and have a great time, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, we
Thank you
appreciate
Thank
guys.
that.
you.
And the same goes for you guys from the West Coast to East. We hope for nothing but success, and I know it's coming because this is success right here in my hand already. So I'm very happy. I'm very excited for
Thank
everyone else, yes, to get a hold of
We
these.
are grateful
Thank
and
you.
honored.
It means a lot for us. It means a lot from us when it comes from you guys. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
and one more thing before we go. Richard says you got to come with us to Texas in May. We actually do. It was kind of impromptu at first, but we
Mhm.
do a cigar meetup in Texas every May. Kind of for my birthday, kind of for a convention we go to. We got about 60 people smoking with us. So if you're free in May, you guys are definitely invited. We will
God
supply the
willing.
tequila and rum. Don't worry, that will be supplied.
God willing.
We
God
will
willing.
supply the cigars.
Sounds good.
Love it. All right,
Excellent.
gentlemen, we will talk to you soon. Cannot wait to have you back on though. So whenever you're free, let us know.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you,
Thank you so
Frankie.
much.
Thank you to everybody who came tonight. Good night. Take care.
Thank you.
There we go, guys.
All right, guys. So as you guys see, we're enjoying the hell out of this cigar. So I can't wait for those couple months to go by as fast as they can, so you guys can try it as well. Uh, I honestly have nothing negative to say. It's been
Um,
enjoyable from first light.
I'm done talking. I need to go get my cigar pick. I'm tired of talking to you people. I need to go finish this deliciousness. All right. But having said that, guys, we will see you Wednesday. We will have a guest for you then as well. We're going to have Joe on from Any Last Words, a fellow cigar smoker. You guys might have seen her a few times.
Couple
You know,
times.
she's pretty cool, I guess. She's whatevs. And we're looking for a guest for Friday. It's like one of the only days that we don't have
Yeah.
one right now. So keep in
Maybe we'll
mind.
just touch on our trip.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll have to just touch on the trip because it was a great time. Again, the Sakar Lounge and 3 and 1 were absolutely amazing. It was great seeing Dean, great seeing JJ. I know we're talking about the new ones, but the ones we visited before were as amazing as always.
Hmm.
There's just so much good that's coming down the pike that I'm just so excited for it, guys. So we'll discuss all of that very soon. And thank you for the questions. Thank you for staying with us for this time, guys. The El Pulpo, like they said, hopefully 2 months, and they will be here in the States. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Anything else, bro?
Nope, that'll do it for us. I'm gonna finish this guy up.
Heck yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you Wednesday.
See you guys.